For anyone who may not know me, I'm Kevin Kelly, Alberta's eldest grandson. It's my honor to be asked to speak here today. Today is the day that Alberta has been preparing for nearly 50 years. In all my life, I've never met anyone who was so prepared for her own funeral. By the time I was 18, she made me memorize where her will was, what dress she wanted to be buried in, the funeral home to contact, and the church where she wanted the service. She's had her name carved in her own tombstone for decades. So it's come as a surprise that none of us are ready for this. Despite being blessed to have my grandmother in my life for 45 long years, I'm still not quite ready to let go. Grandma represents so many fond childhood memories to me. Of course, there were Thanksgivings and Christmas holidays spent at her home, but I think I most cherish the summer vacations my brother and I took up there each year. At the time, I thought it was a chance to get away from mom and dad for a week or so. Now that I'm a parent, I fully realize it was their week-long vacation away from us. But Grandma and Grandpa certainly went all out to ensure that each day was nothing but a foundation for a lifetime of memories. From trips to the lakeside beach at Hickory Run, boating on the reservoir, or just a regular evening walk through the neighborhood, we were never bored. That Grandma could keep two rambunctious young boys entertained all week long was more than a miracle. But it wasn't all rough and tumble. Being a lifelong English teacher, she would take me to the local library the first day I arrived, and I could check out any book that interested me. This is when I first began my affinity for the written word, and I'm a voracious reader to this very day. Grandma challenged me to read at a higher level, and I first began to consume adult novels while visiting her. She started me on lighthearted Tom Sawyer, and soon had me reading the much darker novel Huckleberry Finn. Later I'll be reading John Grisham and Dean Koontz, and I spent each evening quietly reading in the recliner of my room what Grandma devoted herself to her prayer book and her Bible. To me, Alberta was Grandma. To others, she was a friend, a mother, a loving wife. None of us could call her any of these things if it were not for her beautiful 75 years of marriage to my grandfather, Ted Killian. I think all of us agree that we have never witnessed a better example of the love and vows of marriage. Despite often being separated by thousands of miles across continents due to Grandpa's commitment to the United States Air Force, his commitment to his wife and family never wavered. He made a promise to Alberta's mother over 75 years ago that he would always take care of her, and he's done that and more. Not only did they raise 3 loving and obedient children together, they traveled the world and left an indelible impression on all our hearts that carry onward wherever we go. And no matter who you were to Alberta, you can rest assured that she prayed for you, and she wrote about you in the margins of her well-worn Bible next to the verses that reminded her of you. There is no doubt she's a firm believer in God and the Lord Savior Jesus Christ. The woman's conviction was like a rock. She saw the hand of God in all works of everyday life. She trusted in God's plan, a story she shared with me and many of the rest of you, I'm sure as well, is that her own parents, my Grandma and Gramps, died only a few short days apart. On the evening of their funerals, she told me she saw 2 of the brightest shooting stars she's ever witnessed streaming across the night sky. She understood that to be her parents, saying that they were on their way to heaven together. Which sadly leads to the matter of the passing of your Uncle Teddy. Teddy and Alberta's oldest son. I'm preparing myself for the pain of losing Grandma for a little while now. Like an expected punch to the jaw, I gritted my teeth, ready for the blow. But I was wholly unprepared for the gut punch I received Tuesday morning from my mother to be told that Teddy was gone. How could this be? I only spoke with him just a few weeks ago. I know his health had been deteriorating, and while he knew that Grandma was slowing down, It was never revealed to him that she was in her last stages. But I believe he knew. He knew as a devoted son knows his mother's needs. If it were not for Teddy's dedication to the care of both of his parents, neither Grandma nor Grandpa would have had the luxury of staying in their own home right up until last year. And after telling his wonderful and caring wife, Mary Beth, how much he deeply loved her, he let go of this world to be there to greet his mother and hold her hand and walk to the afterlife. Knowing they are together in heaven certainly doesn't negate the pain we feel here in our loss. No matter how much time we have with each other, we're never really ready to let go. The longer we love each other, the deeper the bonds grow, the more agonizing the bereavement becomes. There are no words I can offer to diminish the sorrow, nor should it be quickly lessened, as the grief is also a reminder of not just what was lost, but more importantly, what was had. Today we have each other. This family, the small in number, is immense in love. Let us be strengthened by the memories of the wonderful and happy times we have shared with those we have lost, and use the pain of these losses as a daily reminder to always love those we have with all of our hearts, and to strive to forge new memories, not as a replacement, but as a cherished addition to the annals of our shared history. Thank you.
Yes.